Alright folks, this is a rather impromptu video here. I'm picking up a new cab. It's not for me, it's actually for a friend of mine. This cab came up on a site and it was really cheap. Like, it's very cheap, about 300 euros. Some people might argue that it's not cheap, but it's very cheap for any cab really these days, except and for that one cab. I'll show you what it is later when I pick it up. I won't tell you exactly now. It's all there, it's all complete. I don't know if the board is working, but they say the monitor isn't working. So the guy who advertised it wants to get rid of it like now. So whoever could collect it first really was gonna get it. So my friend is from the other side of the country really, and so I'm collecting it for him, and I should be there in about 40 minutes, fingers crossed. And yeah, it's all there, all complete. Great cab, not a cab for me, not my type of game, or not my game anyway, in that genre, but it's a classic that a lot of people love. So I'm delighted that we're actually picked this one up. It's going to collectors, not to be resold, and I'm gonna own it briefly, even for a day or a few days or a couple of weeks until he picks it up. So that'll be cool. I'll get you have a look at it. Maybe power it. See what happens. Anyway, first I gotta get there and pick it up and pay for it. Alright folks, I got a cab. I hadn't planned on this, but I'm driving back to the sea, towards the west coast. It is sunset and I can just about see anything really. It's going to be a weird drive, although it's a clear blue sky. I shouldn't complain. I don't know if you can see the cab behind me. It's taking the whole length of the van. It's a Mortal Kombat 2 cab. You probably can't see it, and I shouldn't do that while driving. So let's get home into the sunset, and and we'll have a look at that cab probably tomorrow, because by the time I arrive, well, Fiona is just gone back home already, I know. So we'll probably have dinner and it'll be too dark to get this out of the van. So I'll get it out of the van tomorrow, and I'll do a review. We'll look at what's inside, what's missing, what's there, if anything, and so I can send stuff to my friend as well, so he'll know what he can get, and then we'll decide when to get him the cab and how. So anyway, let's drive back home. Oh man, so yesterday was a bit crazy, doing this stuff at the last minute really. I was literally just mowing the lawn here when I got the message, and just showered, hopped in the van and collected this thing. Let me switch this around. There it is, Mortal Kombat 2. It's the Electrocoin cab. It looks in decent shape. I've done just a quick look around yesterday. There's no swelling in the wood, there's no damage in the wood really, nothing that I can see. Maybe a little bit here, but I think it's just in the artwork. The artwork it's interesting. I'm not sure if it's original or not. So initially I thought this was a repro artwork, because there's a lot of bubbles. It doesn't look like it was applied the best, and it's just super willing to peel off. I mean, look at that. I could literally just take it off with one hand. It came off a lot, and is a big gouge here, so it's just, I don't know, it didn't quite add up. But then again, I heard that there's a version of the Electrocoin art in general wasn't exactly applied the best, shall we say. So it might be original, I don't know. I think regardless it's gonna have to be replaced. I probably would leave it like that, if it wasn't for the fact that there's a lot of bubbles here. You can see all that, and there's big gouges in the art here and there. So yeah, but other than that, if it wasn't for that, I'd keep it like that. A few battle marks, I'd give it a good clean. There's stuff like that, the rust here that needs to be just fixed. Controls seem fine, there's nothing stuck. and there's still a nice bounce in the sticks. They'll need to be probably cleaned, that's all. So will the control panel. It's as far as I know, it's a version of the control panel that has the 4 dragons here, but they look like they're overlaid on top of the art. That looks like it's an overlay on top of an overlay. This is the weirdest thing. I'm not familiar with these cabs. Or it looks like this was, an underlay, and then these look like they were actually stuck on top of it. We might need to remove that just to make sure. Bezel is here with instructions. It's alarm fitted. It's not. It's not. So inside, let's see. Let's see what's inside. It should be all there. Oh, I don't see an ISO transformer. That means either it's missing or it's one of those Polo or Wells Gardner monitors. I don't think oh, it's a Polo 25 monitor, and I think that doesn't need an isolation transformer. I could be wrong, but I don't see anything connected. Yeah, no, there's no trace of there having been an ISO. There's something here. It could have been anything really, but I don't see any traces of screws for an ISO or anything like that, so I don't think it was present. Oh, that slides out. That's interesting. So the whole board assembly slides out. The board is here as well. I think that's all of it. I believe that's the soundboard. I could be wrong. And just the CPU and graphics. I was under the impression that it had a hard drive, but that could have been, I think Killer Instinct has a hard drive, hasn't it? I don't think this has one. So it looks like it's all there. I'm told the monitor has a horizontal white line, so horizontal collapse. That could be a number of things. It could be just bad connectors. It could be an issue with the connectors actually on the remote board. It could be dry solder joints, and it could be failed caps or any other bit. But good news is there is high voltage. I haven't tested. We'll do that later maybe. See if we can power it on. But yeah, so it's all there. Let's see the front again, and we'll have a look at the control panel afterwards. Cool. We got everything here. Interested by this jack here. Somebody added a jack, but that's it really. And there's a button here for something that is not connected. I wonder if that looks like a custom job somebody did, maybe to have this play on speakers. Got the light here for the coin door that is disconnected. Is there anything hidden there? Oh yeah, there's the coin whatever acceptor logic board. I did find 50 cents here yesterday. The box will need to be cleaned, but other than that, somebody had whatever security thing fitted for the coin box. They all did. Nothing here. So let's have a look at this control panel. Let me disconnect this. It's full of spiders. There you go. So the remote board adjustments is done here under the control panel. Everything is here control wise. That looks like there's some dirt or burning or something like that. So, you know, it could be as simple as that really. Just a dodgy or dirty remote board. We'll see when we try to power it on. But cool, it's all there, including a lot of free spiders. I'm curious with this art, I really am. It does look like I'm gonna take it off and just for the sake of showing and learning stuff about this this artwork and control panel. Yeah, it does look like it's sitting on top of it, doesn't it? All right, well, I think that's really it. I think the next job really is to see what happens when you give it a bit of juice, and then we might have a quick look at the monitor, see if there's, you know, even cold solder. It could be as simple as that, and then I'll get back to my friend. So this cab is not for me to keep. It's actually going to a friend of mine. We're a group of just collectors, and whenever there's a deal or something similar coming up, we turn into the A team and contact each other. So this one is not staying with me. It's going to my friend Mozzie. Oh, Fiona, sorry. All right. Well, let's power this thing. All right, so got the power here. It's always a butt clenching moment. Okay. Okay, high voltage hum. And oh, so we don't have horizontal collapse. We have, you know what? I think I know what happened. There you go. So we have horizontal collapse. I bet you if I wiggle this, yeah. So, and look at that. It's filthy dirty here, and I bet you there's some corrosion. So we're back to collapse. If I wiggle it, we've got something on anyway. V amp, V hold, which V frequency. Let's just see if this makes a difference. If we can get it. Oh, that pot is seized. Or is it? No, that's not the right. Let me see if I have something. I think I have a chassis somewhere. I have a box here of. No, that's not the same. That's for a Polo tree. That's not. Oh, I think that's for. I think that's a spare one. Okay, let me just grab just a little pot here. I think that's for one of those Polos. But I think it's just a case of cleaning the okay, is there some form of V hold or horizontal hold? There you go. Ah, okay, so it's just a matter of cleaning these connectors, maybe replacing them at some point. But look at that, it's starting. Let's see. CMOS chip bad, unable to restore factory. Press any button. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a recurring issue here. Let me see if I can replace that with one of mine. That's probably cleaner. All right, so we got a new remote board. It's the same type. I think I got this in that last arcade raid. There was a box of these guys, and I grabbed whatever I could see. The guy didn't need them, and very, very handy. So this one is just whatever corroded, or yeah, so it's dirty. So yeah, it's just making poor contact. Yeah, you can see there's some green here. Not the cleanest job. Apologies for the wind. I'm going to try and shelter this phone as much as I can. But it's making poor contact. I've got this one here. I got it pretty much dialed. And look at that. There's a working cab. Working cab. We can just maybe just adjust the obviously the contrast, and we'll have just to fine tune as well the sharpness behind, and give that a clean as well, because it's not the cleanest. But yeah, monitor is running fine. Not hearing anything. In fact, actually, I'm not hearing anything at all. The sound isn't running on this, and I'm not seeing power to this guy. Okay. Oh yeah, this board isn't firing up. So there may be another issue with this, but at least the monitor and the main board are running. Yeah, you just have to find well, a solution for the soundboard that doesn't seem to be powering up. Yeah, that LED should be on, I believe. Anyway, so cool. I see there's a couple of button here, test buttons and that kind of stuff missing. There's some loose wire here. That's something my friend will have to figure out. And yeah, this is great. Actually, just getting a working cab. That monitor is actually just ticking along just fine. I feel bad for the folks that sold this, because they sold it because the monitor wasn't working, and it was just a simple case of just cleaning this guy. Really, that's all it needed, just a clean or a replacement. But something so small can paralyze your board entirely. But you know, such is the way with the arcade. There's a reason some people have a collection, is because they're willing to put the time in fixing them. That's what happens with these. They break down, people don't know how to fix them, and then they end up taking space in the shed and rotting away for years, which is what happened to this guy. Anyway, folks, this was just a quick video. It's a pickup. It's an exciting pickup. Mortal Kombat is not any game. You don't need to see my shorts here. But it's not a game for me. It's not my game, but I'm glad we rescued this one. It's going to go to a good home who's going to restore it properly. And I'll let the soundboard issues be something he can fix. That'll give him something to fix. There wasn't much to fix for the monitor. It was just simple. I mean, I'm going to put the original back and keep that other board, but at least he'll know that it works. It just needs a clean. Awesome stuff, folks. Thank you for watching. I wish there was a better angle to see this. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope this was interesting. This is, well, you've seen the inside of Mortal Kombat Electrokine cab, Mortal Kombat 2, and we got it powering again. So that's something. Folks, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Do it again.